the major races. Made some records in some of them. Had an occasional defeat, but basically was considered the finest horse of his racing year.
The story of Secretariat is a story of a horse and the people around him who went beyond what anyone expected.
Secretariat, Horse of the Year!
Great sports story is always, for the most part, an underdog story. And with this great horse, that element doesn't exist as much, but certainly the horse had its own issues to get over before the Triple Crown. But it's the story of Penny and her overcoming odds, coming into a man's world and succeeding.
Miss Chattery? This story surprises you with what the woman could do who owned him, the man who trained him, the man who rode him, the groom who took care of him. All of those people went beyond what anybody thought was possible. Secretariat did something that no one thought was even conceivable.
Secretariat was not your average horse.
It's always nice to see someone get close to perfection.
The dude was such the dude. I mean, the horse was so incredible at what it did, and that was run.
They move on to the next match. That's Secretariat. Now up to challenge. There goes Secretariat on the outside, getting the lead. Secretariat is moving up on the outside and moving out the leader as they come for the end of the stretch. There goes Secretariat, boldly moving through between horses, getting the lead by 3 parts of a length. Secretariat on the rail, now up to challenge for the lead. Stride for stride, head and head down the stretch they come. Farther across the track with an 1/8 of a mile to the finish. Secretariat getting the lead. It's Secretariat holding on to the lead by 2 lengths. Secretariat in front.
Penny, she knew that there was not just speed, but stamina in the bloodline of Secretariat. She had the wisdom to have hope and faith that that little colt might actually go further. And of course it did.
You really have to have a product you believe in and the determination that you can do it. And by God, I was going to do that.
You know, I think a lot of people around the horse really sensed something very special early on. You know, that first race when he lost, I think not so many people know there was a great expectation. They were very surprised that he came in fourth because around the workouts, around the barn, they knew he was special.
I started riding him 3 months before he ran his first race. The first time I put my saddle on him and galloped him around, he was a little bit hard pulling horse. Eventually, he got going real nice. After the first 2 times I started working him, I told Lucian Lauren, you got a racehorse in your hand.
One of the most remarkable things about Secretariat is that not only did he have phenomenal natural ability, anatomically, he was almost without flaw. You couldn't pick him apart.
He was a specimen. I mean, they called him Super Horse, or the horse that God built, or the perfect horse.
He has the kind of build when he would walk into the racetrack, he could blow himself up so he would seem infinitely larger than the other horses.
He had a great golden coat, which looked like about a half a size too small, had bulging muscles, good-looking head, great jowl, deep, big, gorgeous shoulder.
You can feel all the muscle in him, and he glide. Just like a plane taking off the ground.
He never just pulled out the red horse. If a camera or the press were around, he knew it. And he was aware of his sight lines and camera lights.
First click of the camera, the ears would go up,